There's another part of this case. I don't think people understand that fear and violence is a very, very serious, dangerous subject. And from a position of power, a victim has no control. Those in power want the victim quiet, silenced, shut up. They want them oppressed and suppressed. They want to antagonize, torment, torture, frustrate, antagonize. They want them singled out, isolated, alienated, like segregation, or even solitary confinement, if you want to put it down to prison terms. These people then act as judge, jury, and executioner. Then they call on all their powers that they have. And like my case, they alleged I had a brain injury, they alleged I had a mental illness, they alleged I made threats. And all that was proven to be the biggest load of shite. I was the one being threatened, intimidated, bullied, abused, harassed, criminally harassed. And I didn't get any help or assistance or support from the police or from the Ombudsman's office or from cabinet ministers. After 3 years of all that abuse, threats, intimidation and violence, I got a Queen's Counsel investigation that exonerated me. But she still left out a mountain of evidence and a mountain of information to enable these animals, these creatures, to be able to continue their crimes against me. This is how state terrorism works, and there needs to be laws to address these acts of slavery. This kidnapping situation that the government runs, the extortion and the theft, the criminal blackmail, the criminal holding to ransom, the criminal demands, the extremist actions, the vigilantism behind it, the lynch mob behaviour behind it, and the overall state terrorism that is literally a murder of their victims' lives. From behind positions in power, and the government gets to make tens of millions of dollars from its victims. Billions of dollars, actually. If you add up all the victims that actually become subject to it. The entire country is built upon it. That's where all their economy comes from, because they can never be sued, and anybody that they give businesses to can never be sued. Anybody whose practices are unlawful or illegal, or people get killed or people get injured, the victim doesn't get the money. The government gets all the money. It's a fucking joke. The victims get nothing. All they get is their bullshit, their lives going backward. And when they fuck up your injuries or they cause you more injuries, they just keep hiding behind fear and violence so you can never get an answer. It fucks up your privacy rights. It fucks up your privacy acts. It takes away everything. It's to overload your life with doing the work of every profession. You would need 50 lawyers. You would need 100 lawyers actually to address all the crimes committed in this case against one victim. And that's what the government does, and that's what ACC does, and that's what their lawyers do, and that's what the courts do, and that's what the police do. They lay all the onus on the victims, which is all criminal blackmail under Section B of the Crimes Act, while they're carrying out a slave trade action over their victim's life. All they do is they give you ways to make deals that will enable your life to move out of that situation, and then they renege on their deals so they can continue to commit more crimes against you. And then they shut up shop, and then they lay the onus on you to take public-private criminal prosecutions or sue them, knowing you don't have the money to do that, and then they refuse to call any inquiries. So you're literally the slave trade action. You're in a kidnap situation, whether you like it or not, and they're going to defraud you for the rest of your life. This is all criminally motivated. Now they'll hide behind, well, that's the law. These people wouldn't know the law if it bit them in the fucking arse. Not even the judges would know what the law is. It's that fucked up. The only law that matters is their obligations, responsibilities and duties to restore a victim's life to the best it can be, or as near as, which they do never adhere to in long-term claimants' cases. They work to get rid of them for free, and they'll go to every length and every extreme possible to do it. So I want criminal charges for misfeasance in public office, for criminal blackmail under Section B of the Crimes Act, for criminal abuse, harassment, threats, intimidation, violence, for kidnapping, for declaring an act of war on an injured victim, for the violation and rape of my life under false pretenses, for the invention of brain injury or alleging brain injuries and mental illness under false pretenses, and for using fear and violence to literally attack my entire life while they instigated every part of it, actually, and all to single you out, isolate you, alienate you, and leave you with nowhere to go. You're in no man's land. So you're literally stuck in a slave trade action. And I want the New Zealand government charged with slavery, because that's what they're running in my case. So this is, he says, it's a hard one. The only other way out of this is it's not even a way out of it. It's a death sentence, literally. So, and that's the only way that the government and all the terrorists involved are giving me as a way out. Which my videos will show you that. Anyway, that's enough.